microphone, make it official. Wait a second for it to warm up. As soon as you can hear me in the back, make sure, oh, there it is. Oh, beautiful. Loud and clear. Louder than normal. All right, we'll call our meeting to order. This is the Planning Commission for the town of Greenville on Monday, March 26th. It's 5:32 p.m. We'll get our meeting started with a roll call. Jim? Here. Ken? Here. Greg? Here. Jack Anderson's here. Andy? Here. Leanne? Here. And Jim Cotter. Here. All 7 Planning Commission members are here and accounted for. Was the notice properly posted for the agenda in the meeting? Yes, it was. I need a motion to approve the agenda, or any questions, comments on it?
Motion to approve. Second.
Andy's given the motion and Jim the second. All in favor to approve the agenda, say aye. 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 Opposed, say no. The agenda is approved. It moves us on to public comment forum section. So those of you that signed up in the back, this is for public comment forum. So is there anybody here wishing to speak? Sometimes people think that this is just a sign in. Anybody else? All right, good. So you got a few minutes, but I need you to come to the front so that we can hear you in the microphone. And those that listen to this and watch this on YouTube later can hear your name and your comments. So we'll start with you, sir, and in the green you'll be second. So name and the address for our
Sean
meeting
Vaughn, N1135 Glenview Drive.
Okay.
I'm here about the rezone of lot 17 and 18 in Towering Pines. I disagree with rezoning. I live in that area and kind of believe that the plan that's there should stay because there's been a lot of changes with Jenner John. She's been kind of flaky on a few things, and I'd rather keep the subdivision the way it's been laid out.
Okay.
It seems to work for everybody. Changing it might, I don't want things to change on other plans that are in the process also. I think it's better for the city for value of the houses, for taxes over long term. I think it just makes a better subdivision if we don't keep splitting it up and changing it.
Very good. And you said your name is Sean?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
Sir?
My name is Jason Pierre, and I'm live at N1018 Glenview. I agree with Sean. He said it well. I totally agree with what he had to say. So I disagree with the reason to rezone it.
Okay, so the request has been to rezone. I know our staff has reviewed that. I don't know if you guys have seen the meeting packet at all, but we'll go through that. That's agenda item number 6C. So we got just a few moments before we get there. A couple other topics to touch on first. Anybody else wishing to speak during the public comment forum section in the Badger shirt?
My name is Scott Sprangers. We live at W6467 School Road. Just with what Wolf River wants to put in, we're really not opposed to it. We just would like the commission to take into account that there's basically all residential areas around that lot, and to take that into account within kind of planning as far as buffering or as far as that goes, to try keeping as much residential looking as possible.
Okay, so this is reference to agenda item 6A, Wolf River Machine, and looking for their special exception use permit, and probably also 6B, which is the site plan for Wolf River Machine. Anybody else? Please come forward.
My name is Kevin Hart. I live at W6511 School Road, and I had some questions also about the Wolf River Machining project, as Scott mentioned as well. Have a few questions about. I'm not opposed to it. I guess I'm kind of didn't really know what was going on until I got the letter at the last minute, and just had some questions about the traffic and where, since it is a residential area, where the driveways are going to be located, what type of noise and things like that are going to be generated. So, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Anybody else? I'm not seeing any, so I'd entertain a motion on this to close public comment forum. Greg's given the motion, Leanne the second. All in favor to close public comment forum section, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Public comment forum section is closed. Moves us on to the consent agenda, which holds our meeting minutes from February 26th. Is there any questions on those meeting minutes? Or is there a motion for the meeting minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Andy's given the motion, Jim Ecker the second to approve the meeting minutes and the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Consent agenda is approved. Item 5 is not necessary. 6A, this is public hearing and consider, discuss, act on 2018 SUP 02 special exception use permit for Wolf River Machine on Levi Drive. So the public hearing is now open for this. Is there anybody wishing to speak beyond what was said in the public comment forum section? Not seeing any hands raised or anybody standing up, so I'll make a motion to close public hearing portion. I need a second.
Second.
Jim Cotter's given second. All in favor to close the public hearing for this, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. All right, so the public hearing portion is closed. It's now open for the Planning Commission to discuss and act on this. So if somebody has a motion, feel free to do so. If you have questions or comments, feel free to ask.
The driveway is going to be on Levi Drive, correct? Will there be any access on School Road?
Correct, so it would be, so the access will be off of Levi.
You were at 15%, so you probably want to go to like 75 or 100. There we go.
Originally, the original plan that they were working with had two driveway access points. One was coming in on the east side of the property, and then one here was for the loading dock. What they did was they rearranged it because we were concerned with the truck turning radiuses that they had proposed originally. So they remodified, they brought their parking lot around from the east side to the south side of the building. It's a much better truck turning radius, and eliminates the need for additional traffic on Levi Road. So this is actually much better from a traffic circulation standpoint from the previous design that they had originally. So staff is very pleased with what they proposed, which will alleviate any traffic concerns from staff's perspective.
So there's nothing on School Road, and if they would ever want that in the future, that would have to come up to us again?
Correct. This is the only access point is off Levi Drive. They are looking at expansion in the future to the north of the building. So at that time, we would look at those plans, and they would come back before the Planning Commission and Town Board. But essentially, they would be going north. Obviously, we don't know what their plans are or how to get around the building, but most likely the east would be access to that additional parking and so forth.
Any other questions or comments?
It says that there's a public participation meeting held on March 14th. Were there any notes submitted for that?
Just the letter that was included in the packet. The applicants are here this evening if you do have any questions for them on the particulars about that meeting.
Can you discuss your landscape plan? Who's your representative? It sounds like some of the concerns are from neighbors as far as just how things are going to be handled.
Jim, you might be jumping ahead to 6B. That's okay.
Oh,
Since they're related,
okay.
don't worry about it. Feel free to ask the question. I just want to make sure that you're probably talking about the site plan.
Okay.
So we're looking at the special exception use permit right now. This is, looking at that.
You can set that aside then.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that we were following our agenda. So So Michael, anything that was talked about with our staff with this?
Well, with
And what was the recommendation of the staff?
Yes, the special use exception, staff does recommend approval of the request for light manufacturing in the general commercial district. We feel that the circulation, the traffic issues have been mitigated based on the changes to the site plan, as well as the buffering that they're proposing. Getting kind of talking about the site plan a little bit, they do have plans to expand the building for north.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point in time, we would be looking for additional landscaping that would come in to buffer the addition of that building, whatever that may be at the time.
Okay. You said at one point there was going to be a driveway to the east.
Yes, the original,
Is there a road to the east? Isn't that another property over there?
it kind of came in this location.
Oh, okay. That east. I thought you meant the
No,
the
not
east side of the lot. Okay.
Just east of the existing
Okay.
proposed driveway.
Thank you.
Can you show where the drainage is going?
Maybe if one of the engineers want to talk about the drainage a little bit on plan. This is the
There should be another
sheet.
sheet on that.
The drainage, I believe, is heading,
The arrows are,
it drains back in here. I know our stormwater management staff have been looking at this and working with Wolf River to make sure that the drainage is appropriate. I believe they've addressed their comments, and staff is just waiting for a few particulars to be submitted before permit can be issued.
And town staff recommended this for approval?
Yes.
I'll move to approve a special use permit. You list the hours at from 5 AM to 5 PM, so if that could be a condition, and also the condition that all work would be done within the building, which is stated as well.
Leanne, just a question for you. You said those hours. Where do you see those?
Under here it said,
Okay.
working day at 5 AM to 5 PM.
Okay. Must follow industrial work standards.
On here.
Yep. Yeah, I was just looking at the staff. The staff notes have in here that the operations between 6:30 PM and 6:30 AM would be not allowed, right? Shall produce no noise detectable to normal sense beyond the lot lines as a result of permitted principal or accessory use, including shipping and receiving dock operation between 6:30 PM and 6:30 AM. So, and you've got your hours on there that
Well,
want to make sure that those don't conflict.
well, what hours?
in the, we had mentioned in the participation meeting, working hours 5 AM to 5 PM. I think Joel had made mention that, deliveries, or pickups, would abide by those hours,
The 6:30?
correct? And that all working activities remain on, as long as they remained on the inside of the building, which we didn't have a problem with based on the type of business.
Okay.
The staff's concern was just any noise that would be taking place as part of the business, as long as there's nothing going on outside, everything was done on the inside of the building.
So Leanne's made a motion. Do you have any changes to that with these?
Do you work till 6:30 PM? Yeah. Well, I could amend it from working hours from 5 AM to 6:30 PM with no deliveries before 6:30 AM. Just to help with noise.
Leanne, would you mind if I ask a question before we
Go ahead.
a second? Maybe this was explained and I missed it, but is there a reason why you're not going for industrial zoning now? It looks like you're gonna need to do that later anyhow, if you expand.
The expansion won't change the operation from light industrial to heavy industrial. The nature of the business would remain the same. It's a business that grows any equipment compared to what they have right now.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be an industrial classification
felt that the industrial zoning is more appropriate based on the use. So that's just something, a note moving forward when the expansion does happen in the future, that we go through the rezoning process. Which again, will actually essentially make the property function better from a zoning perspective, instead of having it as a commercial district.
Right now it's zone general commercial,
Correct.
so all they're looking for is a special exception use permit to use it for light industrial.
Correct.
Okay. Future expansion, the recommendation of the staff is to go to industrial. Okay. Does that help? Okay. Anyone else? Planning Commission, questions, comments? We do have a motion that's on the floor, requiring a second still. Greg's given a second. Any other questions or comments? I'm not hearing any, so a motion's been made to approve with the amendment for the hours from 5:30 a.m. to, 5 a.m. to,
6:30 p.m.
right, 6:30 p.m. and with deliveries only happening from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So that's the motion. All in favor should state so by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 6A is approved. 6B, consider, discuss, act on 2018 SP03. This is a site plan for Wolf River Machine, Levi Drive, same facility. So, Jim, I know you had some questions about landscaping and other things that you wanted to bring forward, so now's a good time.
Yeah, I know there are plans here, can you just discuss maybe what your current plans are, and it sounds like you don't have any immediate plans for expansion, but it sounds like some of the residents would just like to understand that a little bit better too.
Yeah, at the participation meeting that we had for the neighboring properties, the property is designed, the building is designed for future expansions, not only to the north but to the west, all of which would fall within the building setbacks. I mean, that's the way the building flow is designed on the interior and on the site. Business will dictate that, whether or not they do one expansions or more. Obviously, the property is such size that it would account for any future expansions. Prior to the participation meeting, we didn't receive the staff review comments. Part of the change in the entry into the parking lot was reduced down to one driveway. The staff wanted us to take a look at reducing any semi-backing in off of Levi into a proposed dock area. I met with the owners and discussed the importance of the dock. It was a limited use feature at this time, beneficial to them, but based on the amount of picks and the type of business they have, the intent would always be to move that truck dock to the rear of the building at a later date. So we determined to keep the semi-traffic on the front of the building and remove the truck dock at this time. And with the future addition, we'll come back to the board and show a redesign of where that would be included at that time. So from that, and also there was, we didn't have the comments on the landscaping. This is the landscaping plan that shows shrubbery, trees according to the ordinance based on frontages, and should meet the staff as far as the ratios or the percentages.
Answer all your questions, Jim?
Just curious, from a staff point of view, should there be any landscaping? I know there's no building being constructed near School Road right now, but should there be any landscaping in the north at all currently? Site plan?
Staff discussed that with the current configuration of the building, we felt that it was adequate landscaping for this time. If you actually look at a lot of the property, there's existing tree cover that extends back to this location as well as other parts of the property.
Okay.
So we felt that the existing plus with the addition of the landscaping that's proposed
Any other questions or comments? Otherwise, take a motion. I do have one other question, I guess, Michael, that talks about item number 15 from the staff review, talked about a stormwater review being needed. That's forthcoming from Chris Pagels, our stormwater superintendent. Has that been completed?
Yes, he's been working with the applicants to get the necessary information to complete that review.
Okay. And that will be done when this comes forward to the next step?
Should be, it shouldn't preclude the town from approving plan.
Okay.
They just want to get a permit to start construction.
Right.
Meet all the requirements.
Very good. And then there is also an airport overlay district approval that may be required, so just note that as well. Looking for a motion on this?
I move to approve the site plan.
Motion's been made to approve. I'll give a second. Any other questions or comments before we vote? I'm not hearing any, so let's go forward with our vote. A motion's been made to approve. Second's been given. All in favor to approve, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 6B is approved. 6C, public hearing and also consider, discuss, act on 2018 rezoning 05 for lots 17 and 18 in Towering Pines West, Glenview Drive. Staff has reviewed this. The present zoning is single family. Proposed is for 2-family. This is inside the gateway overlay area. There's no airport zone required. But analysis of staff looks like it was designed out for single family, as there's only one service lateral, and neither lot meets our minimum size requirements for 2-family. So staff has recommended this to be denied based on lot size and minimum ordinance requirements not met. I'll give a motion to deny. Oh, sorry. Thank you from our clerk. So is there anybody here wishing to speak beyond what was said at the beginning of the meeting? Public hearing portion's open. Nobody's wishing to speak, so I'll make a motion to close public hearing. Second's been given by Jim Cotter. All in favor to close public hearing, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Public hearing portion is closed. As stated just previously, I'll make a motion following staff recommendation to deny. Jim Cotter's given the second on that as well. Is there any other questions or comments? I'm not hearing any. And moving this forward, we'll go forward with our vote. All in favor to go forward with the motion to deny should state so by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Item 6C is denied. Takes us into our town chairman, community and economic development director update. Michael, since this is your first meeting that you're hosting, I will introduce you to those that are here in our audience. Michael Brown is our new community and economic development director, started on March 12th, so you're just getting your feet wet. You're into your now starting your 3rd week.
Yes, correct.
Officially 2 weeks in, so Michael is also standing in for Joel Gregozeski, our town administrator. Joel's out on vacation, so Michael will be helping with our town board meeting as well. So thank you for that. Michael, thank you for helping this evening, as this is going to be your primary responsibility going forward, so I appreciate it and want to welcome you on behalf of not only the Planning Commission but the whole community, so thank you. Looking forward to working with you on many fun endeavors.
Yes.
All right. As far as community and economic development, there's really hasn't been a lot of new news as far as community and economic development goes, so I'm going to hold off on any updates until the town board meeting. If anybody has any questions, there'll be a public comment forum section there as well. With that, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn our planning commission meeting. I need a second. Second's been given. Any other questions or comments? All right. Second's been given. Our next meeting will be April, just to make sure that this is covered for everyone, April 23rd, 5:30 p.m. Motion's been given to adjourn with a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Wendy, I did take this, so I don't know if there's a new one for town board.